So one of the most scarce commodities here on earth is love. One of the most scarce commodities here on this planet is love. You know, there are a lot of things going on. There are a lot of apps that are making money just because of this reason. Love is the most scarce commodity. Now, everything that God created responds to love. And everything God created craves for love. So when Jesus came here and used a lot of examples and a lot of things to tell us, a lot of things to urge us to walk in love, and even if you look closely, if you study the 10 Commandments closely, the main thing he was telling us to do is to live in love. Because if you're living in love, you're moving in love, you will not be able to hurt the next person. It's very important. So it's simple. Anybody who decides to walk in love naturally attracts. And people who don't live in love naturally repels. They repel. It's some kind of energy. And if you have closely observed a lot of the things on this planet, everything is energy. Your emotions are energy. Your emotions, all of that is energy. Positive or negative. So smart people, wise people will put in a lot of effort to stay in a positive emotion. And one of the ways I've said it so many times here, to release negative emotion, because there are things that happen that create negative emotions. You know, some of the things you suffered, some of the things you went through and all that. One of the ways of releasing negative emotions, one of the ways of releasing this negative energy is learning how to forgive. It's learning how to forgive. It's being intentional to forgive, no matter how intentional that action is, you know. Because a lot of times the people who hurt you as a result of them also being hurt. And who hurt them was also hurt by somebody. And the person who hurt that person was also hurt by another person. So it becomes a vicious cycle. It becomes a chain reaction, which keeps it becomes a domino effect. Because this one fell here, that one will fall on that, and it will continue. So wise, smart people decide who want to attract, will decide to push away that negative energy, will decide to take certain steps, you know, so that they can walk in this energy of love. Now, anybody who is walking in love, you attract the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why? Why? Because every creature God created here, even from your pets and the animals and all that, everything that was created by the Creator responds to love and wants to be loved. You see it in the animal kingdom. They show you a lot of videos of the animal kingdom, how certain birds perform certain dances to attract and all that. It's over there. And you've seen a lot of videos, if you've been on TikTok, how some animals ask for help, and when they are helped, they show love. They have a way of showing love, and then when they go on to make babies, they bring their babies to come and show the person that saved them from that problem some time ago, and then they keep showing up from time to time when it's time and season of migration. It's all there, you know. Anybody who walks in love will attract the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it is not enough to walk in love. Higher than that, after allowing yourself to be intentional, to walk in love, is also allowing yourself to partner with the power of the Spirit of a living God, which I've already discussed here. This is a Christian channel. I've already discussed here that each and every human being, child, adult, has access to the Holy Spirit. I have spoken so many times, I've spoken at length to advertise, to be a poster child, to be a signpost, to be a banner of people having a personal relationship with the Holy Spirit. Why? Because when you allow yourself to connect with the Holy Spirit gives you access to extra sensory abilities. Extra sensory abilities. The only place where human beings can be deceived easily is in this 3D realm, the third dimension, what we're seeing physically. Yeah. The only place where people can be deceived is on this physical dimension, where people make decisions by what they are seeing with their eyes. You know, what you are seeing, and a lot of the times, if you're making decisions and judgment by what you're seeing with this physical eye, you will be deceived so many times. You will be deceived 90%, because not everybody you see physically is who they really are. So Jesus Christ coming here, the real reason why he had to die was so that what? The Holy Spirit, everybody who believes in him and believes in his finished work there on the cross, will have access to the gift, the present he came and distributed to anybody who wants to truly follow him. Jesus Christ came here with a gift. His Father promised him a gift. And when he was leaving here, he made the same promise to the apostles who he had trained here. And we saw that in the day of ascension, the upper room experience. By his death, anybody that believes in his name, truly in their heart, will open up and say, Jesus, come into my heart. He will give you access to the extra sensory abilities where you cannot be deceived. Listen, one of my wish, my biggest wish for everybody is that you get access to, you have a personal relationship with the Holy Spirit, so you gain access to these extra sensory abilities that each and every human being is supposed to have access to. Every human being should have access to. I'm telling you, a lot of the pain people are causing people will stop. A lot of the hurt, the pain, a lot of the envy, the jealousy, a lot of the negative things we're seeing around all over, we're hearing every morning, that thing is going to shut down. I'm telling you. If people decide to walk in love, you attract the good, the bad, the ugly. Yes, you see, because some of you attract the good, the bad, the ugly, so that through you and through your connection, through your submissiveness or your surrender to the Spirit of a living God, through you, the Holy Spirit can direct the bad and the ugly to their path. There are people who you are supposed to redirect on a certain direction, a certain tangent, on a certain trajectory. Now, this is part 1. I don't know if I can do part 2 today. Everybody has to be on a certain path. Every human being has to be on a certain, should be moving in a certain way, in a certain direction. When human beings get confused because of the pain, the hurt, and the trauma, and that's what it does. When you see any typical narcissist, if you critique and you take an audit of their life, you realize that they keep repeating certain things and they don't really know how to go around it. They keep repeating certain things. Some of them are addictions, some of them are patterns, some of them are certain choices. They keep repeating the same thing over and over, and they don't know how to come out of it, and they keep repeating the same over and over. If people are moving in the direction you're supposed to move in, they don't turn around like a whirlwind. I'll use words like whirlwind, tornado, or a cyclone. If you've seen a whirlwind. I'm not American. I'll continue in part 2.